Hello, everybody. We are so glad you're here. Audrey and I are here to talk to you tonight about how to use your Meta PWR system. So we're super excited to talk to you about living younger longer.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks, Donna. This is a good idea.
All right. Our goals for today, we're going to be talking about metabolism and who's in charge here, why we need a metabolic health awakening, the relationship between health span, biological aging, and metabolic health. And we're going to get you some awesome, simple tools to help slow biological aging and put more life into your years.
Yeah, Donna and I have been focusing on our metabolic health through this system for the last month and a half.
Yeah.
And so today we want to talk about what we've experienced, some of our best tips, and kind of remind you why you wanted to get started on this journey and why we wanted to start kind of focusing, honing in on our metabolic health and see how we can improve.
Absolutely.
And this is where kind of the conversation started. I think a lot of us are, I don't know, it's just, we're not taking our metabolic health seriously. We don't maybe even know that it's a thing that we should feel better. Because most of us are in the same boat. We are not healthy. And so, whether it's excess fat, sugar, spikes all over the place, cholesterol's not being in healthy ranges, blood pressure's too high, too low, or just our heart not being healthy. There's a lot of room for improvement. And so that's what we wanted to dive in. And we know that's where you wanted to go too. And so let's kind of dive in on how to maximize this system together.
Absolutely.
I'm going to grab baby. I'll be right back.
Go for it. So we're talking about metabolic health, and a lot of people think that means metabolism. You know, how skinny you are, how much food you can eat and still stay skinny. There is so much more to metabolic health. It involves so many different things that are directly tied to them. So these are the health stories that we are working on fixing, helping, supporting, making better. So when you're talking about lifespan versus health span, what is that? Your lifespan is how long you live, how old your body is until you are no longer alive, right? Look at that beautiful baby. Sorry, distracted by the cute kid. She's so cute. Your health span is how long you live healthy. We all would like to be healthy till the day we die. And so we're working on setting up ways to be that healthy person till the day we die. And that's what we want to talk to you about, that health span to match your lifespan. But there's a gap. And a lot of that has to do with what is going on at the cellular level in our bodies. The hallmarks of aging begin to appear at 25 years old, and we start to age. That's a happy thought, right? And there's this thing called NAD. It's like a big old long scientific name that I can't say. Can you say it, Audrey? Are you just like
no? But it sounds like nicotine something diad plus.
Yeah, that one. But it's this thing that's naturally found in our bodies. And when you have less of it, you age. That's just exactly how it is. When you have more of it, you don't age. And so our metabolic functions decline with the loss of the NAD and NAD plus. So
I think it's just so cool that we've advanced enough to have pinpointed this molecule and understand enough about how to supplement with it to kind of reverse the process. That's amazing.
It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Does any of
So
this
I
sound
don't know
like
about you, Donna? Where were you on this?
Oh, I'm over here.
spectrum?
No matter how hard I try, I can't seem to lose weight. It does not matter what I do. If I'm starving myself, if I'm working out hard, just the weight will not go away. I tell you what, it's crazy.
I'm a
What
little
about you?
all over this map. So I, for the last year, have really honed in on eating better, but I got down to a weight and then I was just stuck. And it's not where I know I felt my best in the past. So I feel like I still had more to lose. And so that was definitely weighing on my mind. And I think it's kind of an erroneous thing to always link your metabolism with your weight, but it is definitely a symptom, right? One symptom.
Yeah.
And a lot of these too, like I'm just in a phase of life where we don't sleep a whole lot, and the brain fog might be metabolism related, or it might be her fault. So I would love help with a lot of these. I can't necessarily blame my metabolism, but that's kind of where I was really excited to be, I don't know, almost like a detective in my own skin, to
Absolutely.
see what would life feel like if I were taking better care of it.
And that's the cool thing, because your body is not my body, right? And
Right.
so the challenges that you have, we might take the same awesome supplement and you might have totally different responses to it. And that's cool because your body is prioritizing what it needs the most. And so is mine. And that's just really neat to see that we can be our own detectives, and we are the ones who live in our own bodies and the experts of living in our own bodies. And so to be able
Right.
to be the expert, be the detective and learn, it's just an awesome thing. Okay, so take a few minutes, few seconds, few minutes, I don't know. Rate yourself on these categories on a scale of 1 to 5. Where are you in poor health or optimal health? 1 being low, 5 being high, kind of like 1 star to 5 stars, right?
Hmm.
Look at them
I would
all
take a
over. Brain and
screenshot.
cognition. What's that?
I would take a screenshot, or if you're watching the replay, like pause right here and
Yeah,
take an inventory of where you're starting.
yeah,
Because I think when we're being a detective, if we try to, only look at our weight, I think we'll be disappointed because it may not be what our metabolism is going to show us. But if we take inventory of all of these things, we'll be able to see and measure how far we've come.
absolutely.
I
Cool.
took before and after pictures. I took measurements of like different parts of my body. Um Also just like wearing the same clothes so
Oh,
you can
yeah,
see how those same things may be fitting differently.
yeah, yeah.
Even if the scale doesn't necessarily change the number.
So there are 5 pillars of metabolic health, but I don't want you to, the last thing actually I want you to do is look at this and be overwhelmed. I don't want you to think, oh no, now I have to change my diet and I have to start exercising and I have to work on all the stress and I have to figure out some supplements and healthy connections. Are they talking about people? I think so. I don't think anybody can or should be thinking about trying to improve on all of these. What I think the best thing to do would be to start with the supplementation. Because when you actually feed the cells in your body, you actually become less stressed. You want to move more. My husband, part of it is he's a man, but we've been on the Meta PWR system for just over 2 months now, and he's lost 10 pounds without changing anything. And I'm like, really? I have not lost a single pound. But you know what I have done? I've been sleeping so soundly. He tried to wake me up the other night and I could not wake up in the middle of the night. It was just like I was out cold. It was wonderful. But also, I joined a gym 3 weeks ago. I started going to a gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I want to go. I have energy to go. And I know I would not have been in that place at the beginning of my Meta PWR journey. So don't look at this as a list of things for you to have to do. Be thinking of this as things that will happen over time, but just pay attention to focusing on supplementing yourself right now. I would tell you that's the priority. The
Yeah,
rest will.
your willpower is a finite resource, and you're not a bad person if it gets used up adding this new habit.
Yeah,
And so it's just going to take some time to get this into like an automatic thing, and it's become second nature. And then together we can stack some more habits until those are automatic and we can move on to the next one.
absolutely. Cool. So wellness starts at the cellular level. That is so important. We want to think of things as backwards. We want to think of, well, let's put something on the outside and deal with the symptoms and deal with this. No, we have to deal with what the building blocks are of all of the different parts of our bodies in order for our bodies to work correctly in the way that we want them to. So let's be thinking about that cellular level and be thinking of the different areas of health as we go along. What are the obstacles that we have? Maturing fat cells. Oh, that sounds like a lovely phrase, doesn't it? Want some mature fat cells? No, thank you. But guess what? We get them. Blood sugar spikes, cellular integrity, inferior supplements. That is a thing.
Right.
So we're going to talk about solving all of them. And that's through the Meta PWR system.
All right. Who has their MetaPWR?
I do. Yay. I got my gum. Love my gum. I know, it's of all of the things in it, I love the gum. The maturing fat cells, that's a really big deal. Audrey, tell us about
I
that.
think that's just a polite way of saying cells, the fat cells are nice and plump.
Yup.
Yep. And so part of this system is introducing the MetaPWR oil that's going to tell our fat cells, hey, we don't need to store any more fat. We can put that fat to use somewhere else. And so it's going to help our fat cells remain where they are until we're able to release that weight. And when all of our cells have a lifespan, right? Like they have a natural ebb and flow of when they come into being and when they're replaced by a new one. And so if we can tell our body, hey, hold off, we don't need to store any more fat. And then when we get these new fat cells, we tell it, stay slim, my friend.
Yes.
We're going to be in a really different place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we want to implement the essential oil. And I think we can go to the next slide and talk about its all the different ways that we can implement it. So the essential oil is going to inhibit that fat cell maturation of expanding and storing more fat lipids. It's going to also help curb cravings. So we're not introducing more opportunities for our cells to store fat. And then it's going to support our overall intentions of metabolic health.
It's really neat that they've got 4 delivery methods. So the basis, the backbone, the bone, and the foundation, if you will, of all of this whole system is the Meta PWR blend. And you can buy that in a bottle. You can also, and it's obviously taken internally. That's something that they've designed it for. But they have 2 drops at a time in each of the soft gels. And so I just prefer to take the soft gels with each meal. My husband actually loves the little beadlets. It's a 1/4 of a drop. He keeps them on his little desk or in his pocket, and he's got them with him, and he really enjoys them. But my favorite is the gum. They have these little gum things, and I keep it right here. Whenever I'm wanting to eat something, I just pop a gum in, and it's lovely. And it tastes delicious, and it's got all of that wonderful essential oil in it that's helping to do all the good things that the blend does.
What's really great about keeping the beadlets with you when you're traveling is that you can pretty much use them all different ways. And they're super compact and travel well. So if you're wanting to add it to your water, you can pop one and add it to your water. You can use it like topically if you want to smell it and help with curbing cravings. It's also just really fresh and bright. So if you're needing like energy, instead when you'd normally turn to like a sugary coffee drink, that's a really great way to, again, kind of steer you away from those bad choices, give you some good options. You can also like even just pop it and put it on, it's like your turn or my turn? You can pop it into your diffuser. Like it's super versatile because it's just a 1/4 drop of the essential oil, but that you can use any which way.
Cool. The second obstacle is blood sugar spikes. Did you know that half of the American adults, and by adults I mean 20 and older, are dealing with diabetes or pre-diabetes? That's a problem. Half of us. It's a thing. So how can we deal with that? How can we combat that in a healthy manner? Welcome to Meta PWR Assist. It actually decreases post-meal glucose spikes, helps to turn, what is it called? The fast carbs into slow carbs. So things that you would eat, that's going to go straight to your bloodstream, it actually slows it down. It's a wonderful way to stabilize your energy levels. So many awesome things. So yeah, you can see all the little stars next to these asterisks saying these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. That's true, but I can tell you there is so much science that has gone into these products where they actually have evaluated this in multiple different studies, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful product. Lots and lots of positive responses from people who deal with glucose issues.
And if you see this, this is kind of one of those scientific studies, like every time that our blood sugar is spiking in the red, like the big ups and downs, our body is like aging from the inside out. And so if we can level out those spikes, then we're going to be it's like a car, right? If you're constantly slamming on the brakes, you're going to wear those brakes out way faster than when you're gradually coming to a stop all the time. And so think of your body like that. We want to be gradual and be nice to ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the assist, how do you do it? You take it with the largest meal of your day. Some people take it 15 minutes ahead of time or 30 minutes ahead of time. Sometimes some of us forget. We take it with the meal. We do the best we can with what we've got. They like to say the largest meal or the one that's going to be the most carby meal, the highest carb meal of the day, because it's really going to help with all of those carbs to make them not so spiked in your bloodstream. So,
And this is a very small pill. So if you're ever worried about if you're worried about how large the pills are, this one's the one of the tiniest capsules you can get. So very easy to take, and you can open this up too. So Donna mentioned if you forget to take it beforehand, open it up, because then it'll go to work faster with your food.
That's an awesome thought. What's the third obstacle? Cellular integrity. What does that mean? Your cells actually staying together and doing the things, acting the way that they need to act, doing the things they need to do, staying solid, having a solid cell wall, all of those things, right? What do we have? Collagen, Meta PWR Advantage, but it's not just collagen. It's so much more. It's got so many extra added ingredients to it that are just they just work synergistically beautifully together. And so I love, love, love this product. It's different than
She's being
anything
really
you've ever
loud.
known. Mm-hmm.
She's being really loud, so I'm going to show you how I mix it, but I'm going to put
Sure.
myself on mute.
Cool. Awesome.
You
So
can
watch Audrey in
narrate.
the corner. Oh, watch Audrey in the corner. She just is making, putting it together. She's got her bottle. Add the water to the bottle. There you go. And then she's going to take her little sachet. They come in these little sachets, and you can take them and just pour them into the water. And then you put the top on, shake it up, and then you drink it. Yay! There you go. It's awesome. Yep. So the thing about this is they don't add any kinds of emulsifiers in there. So when you use this collagen, you're going to notice that it's going to require you to shake it well. The thing is, emulsifiers are really hard on your digestive system, and doTERRA didn't want to compound problems that people might already have. So just make sure you shake it really well. But the cool thing is it's 12 times more bioavailable than the vast majority of the collagen that's out there. You need to drink or take in 12 times as much collagen to get the same effect on the cell as what you're getting with doTERRA's sachet. So if you've looked at the label or you're curious and haven't yet seen the label, you're going to look at that and go, 3 grams of collagen? How much does it cost? Why am I doing this? Because it's actually the equivalent of 36 grams of collagen per sachet in the body at the cellular level. Plus, it has 9 unique collagen types, and you activate it when it goes into your body and you shake it up and then drink it down. It actually gets activated by those processes in your body. This is a wonderful little QR code. If you are watching this as a video, you can take a picture of that QR code and that will get you a downloadable FAQ form on the Meta PWR stuff. It's wonderful stuff. So 1 sachet per day. Put it into 5 to 8 ounces of water, shake to dissolve, and drink it down, and it's delicious. Now, somebody out there is going to go, I tried it. It is not delicious. My sweet, sweet cousin, she called me up. She's like, this stuff is nasty. I'm like, really? I love it. I think it's great. All of us are different. We're going to think different things about the tastes of anything, right? Some of you love salmon. I can't stand salmon, right? We're all different. So, and I really can't. I don't like eggs either. I'm a total weirdo. It's okay. But so if you don't like this, add it to a little bit of fresh juice. Maybe put an essential oil drop into it, something that you enjoy, maybe some wild orange, maybe a little bit of peppermint or something in there. Anything that you think would help to change the taste for you and make it more delicious for you, because it really, really is so good for you. You could mix it with milk if you want, if you're a milk drinker. I'm not, but you could. I wouldn't tell you to put it into anything hot though. Don't put it in like your hot coffee or your hot tea or anything like that, because that will change the chemistry of it. But
Yeah, and don't think you have to drink like a full bottle of it either. Just the 8 or 4 ounces, enough to activate the collagen, slam it down, like a shot, and get it over with. I prefer just getting that out of the way and then filling my whole bottle up with water afterwards. And so I kind of get the residual lemon lime flavor. And I get all of that extra NAD that might have been stuck on the side. It kind of looks like green sprinkles or something inside.
like
And
sparkles.
that is the magic, that NAD supplement. So I don't want to lose any of that. So having that bottle full of water afterward, I make sure to harness all of the goodness.
Yep. Cool. Now, you might be extra large, and by that, that might mean overweight. It might just be that you're tall. I have a friend who is, the husband is 6'9". If you are a large person in any way, shape, or form, or you're a little bit older like I am, or you've got some significant health things going on, some challenges that you're working on, multiple things, you might want more than one sachet a day. I've been working on getting two, one in the morning and one at night. I don't always hit my two, but I do try to get them both in. Sometimes I just forget. So that's a super user, and there's nothing wrong with that. I would tell you, though, to start with one, see how you do, and then up it to two if you feel like you need a little more. The last thing we're going to talk about is inferior supplements. Did you know that there's zero oversight by the FDA as to the quality of essential oils? Did you know there's zero oversight by the FDA or anybody else for the quality of supplements? It's a thing. You can buy something and it says whatever on the label, whether it's an essential oil or a supplement, doesn't mean that's what's inside. There's nobody regulating that. So you can put anything you want on the label. That's why you have to know the company. You have to look and do your homework, and you have to know whom to trust. And that's why I love doTERRA. Everything I've ever seen with doTERRA, they've done what they said they were going to do, and their supplements are just top notch. So here's a schedule that you can do. We mentioned lifelong vitality. That's what that LLV is right there. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. That's these three supplements over there. If you are not currently on lifelong vitality, I'm going to tell you something that's probably maybe what you don't want to hear right now, because you maybe already bought the Meta PWR. I would tell you to get on lifelong vitality before you buy any more Meta PWR, honestly and truthfully, because lifelong vitality is that foundation. It is so, so important. Do I love my Meta PWR? Absolutely. Do I want you on Meta PWR? And I think everybody should be on it? Absolutely. But lifelong vitality is so foundational. It is key. And do not get on this Meta PWR and think it's going to be instead of lifelong vitality, because it's not.
Very different products. Macronutrients versus micro, supporting your cells versus giving them kind of instructions, that kind of thing.
So many things. Yeah. So here's a great schedule. Take a screenshot of that if you'd like. It's a great idea for how to go about implementing them. So we talked at the beginning about wellness starting at a cellular level, and we're going to revisit that for just a minute here about how you can help your wellness and your cells to be healthier. At that bottom cellular level is going to be your lifelong vitality pack. I also take TerraZyme every day and probiotics as well. TerraZyme is digestive enzymes. It actually helps your body to break down the food that you eat and be able to better absorb it and get it into the cells better. And that is something that also declines with age. Don't you just love getting older? All the fun things, but vital, vital, vital to sustain your metabolic health. So your movement and metabolism, that's where MetaPWR is going to come in. Did you want to say something, Audrey?
I do, but my kids they want to say their own things. So if you can help me out, Donna, we're good.
Absolutely, no problem. You're doing great. The Meta PWR system is going to be that second level right above the foundation. And it's going to help with the movement and the metabolism and all of the things that we need that support with. And we've talked about each one of them, the step one with being the blend, step two being the assist to help with blood sugar spikes and other things, and the Advantage collagen product to help with actually that cellular integrity and so much. So wonderful, wonderful metabolism, metabolic health supplements here. And then lastly is this is where you need to know you. What do you need help with? Are there other things that maybe you could need some more support in? Do you not move because you've got issues going on? Your joints don't feel good, your muscles aren't great, or whatever. Well, there are other things we can do between the Deep Blue and the Mita Max, turmeric, dual chamber caps. I can talk. There's any number of things to help with rest and stress management, any reducing toxicity, helping with informed self-care. Who
And I
are
think this too is where we want to partner with you. Like, we don't want you to
absolutely
feel overwhelmed. But if you come up against a challenge that you feel like, golly, my digestive system's changed now that I'm, introducing these things, and you're like, and you feel like that's a block, let us know so we can help you get through that. Because we all had, our metabolism changed a lot of things. And we found solutions to get past them because we knew that something better was on the other side of those
yep,
little challenges.
absolutely. So this is where we do want to partner with you. Absolutely. Talk to Audrey, talk to me, ask us the questions you have about specific things, because we've been doing this for a long time and we can help walk you through what's going to work best for you and give you those tips based on what we've learned and what we've seen with other people and experienced in our own lives. So yeah, this is a great signature program for metabolism and weight management, as well as more than anything, cellular health, those core nutrients and gut health down here, and then the weight and metabolism up here. So many awesome things that can be helped by this. So how do you get started? Well, if you've never purchased MetaPWR before, I would encourage you to get the system in a complete kit. It's $179. If you don't have a doTERRA account, you can get an enrollment with that as well. But if you do, that's fine too. Just go ahead and buy the system the way it is, and it will give you everything to start with. But all of the different components can be purchased separately. So
Yeah, which is
once you,
so great. You won't
yeah,
ever have to buy the whole system again.
yeah,
But if you are one of those super users and you're doing the Advantage a couple times a day, you might get that twice the next month, and you may not get soft gels ever again, if that's not your thing. So it's super cool that it's a really affordable price to get started, and then completely customizable thereafter to what you find is your niche with all of those different situations that you want to support your metabolism.
absolutely. And when you buy the Lifelong Vitality, there are a few of the MetaPWR add-ons that you can get at lower prices. If you decide you want to buy the Advantage, you can buy a bunch of the other MetaPWR things as add-ons at lower prices. And so there's ways to customize it and combine things to be able to make it more budget friendly.
There's
So
also a
this,
really fantastic referral system. So if you're finding that you're loving it, or you're just talking about your metabolism, and if there's only 7% of the Americans that are healthy, you're going to have a lot of these questions, conversations with people. So make sure to let us know so we can give you credit for any of those referrals, because that also can bring that price way down.
absolutely. Cool. So this is the last slide, and it's got a wonderful QR code here. doTERRA has gone out of their way. They want you to be educated. They want you to know the science, just like Audrey and I do. We want you guys to be intelligently making the decisions with understanding of all the options and how this is impacting you. And so they have this course and it's free. And you can go on, scan that QR code, it'll take you there, and you can go in there and learn. It doesn't take very long, maybe what, an hour or so? And it's at
I
your own.
always turn the voices up to like 2x speed, so I think I got it done in 20 minutes.
Oh, go you. Wow. Audrey got it done in 20 minutes. You go, Odds. That's
I can
beautiful.
hear a lot faster than I can read
Yeah.
and give a class, you know,
Yeah.
speak. So that's just how my brain works.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's awesome. Maybe I'm just slow because I want to understand every single thing before I move on. But at any rate, yeah, it's all good. But it's a free thing and it's a go at your own pace. And they also let you skip things. So, like if you get to a page and you're like, I don't hear that, move on to the next one. It's all good. And you can go back and re-watch things, re-listen to things, all of that. So, great little course there. So, thank you guys so much for being here with us tonight. And we are so excited that you have been taking the plunge and getting healthy and all of that. Please reach out to us and let us know how we can support you, because that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Have a great night or whenever you're watching this recording.